Joining me right now, John Stemberger. John is an Eagle Scout and founder of OnMyHonor.net, a coalition of concerned Boy Scouts of America, parents, Scoutmasters, Eagle Scouts, and other scouting leaders who affirm scouting's traditional values. Boy Scouts have been in the news lately as there's going to be perhaps a change of policy coming up in May regarding homosexual scouts. And with me right now, John fills us in on exactly where we stand. John, good to have you back. Thanks.
Yeah, it's great to be on the show again. Hey, listen, there's not going to be a change if we can help it, because we're putting every ounce of energy we can into this project.
Yes, and I didn't want to short-circuit that. Why don't you set it up, though, because it's being reported as though this is a fait accompli.
No, listen, this is a very defeatable resolution. What they have proposed is that every chartered scouting unit accept and foster open homosexuality amongst the boys in the program. And so this is outrageous, and it totally disrespects and dishonors the religious beliefs of the Catholic units, the LDS units, the Baptist units, the Methodist churches, all of which are not going to be able to officially foster open homosexuality. We're not talking about just a same-sex attraction and just, kind of that. We're talking about fostering sex and politics in the Scouts. So
let me make sure. I want to make sure I get this straight. The resolution. Now, has this been written already?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the resolution that will be presented in May in Dallas.
Yes.
Okay. And this resolution says that the Scouts will not, I don't know what the word is that they use, discriminate, whatever they say, against openly homosexual Scouts themselves.
Yes, what the policy does is it requires every troop to accept openly gay boys, but not openly gay leaders. And the reason that's crazy is because, look, within 3 years from now, trust me, you'll have Eagle Scouts turn 18. Oh, can I be a Scoutmaster? Openly gay? No, you can't be a Scoutmaster. Oh, let's go to the media and let's cry and talk about how awful that is. And then that's going to be the next poster child. All the conservatives will have left by then, and a second resolution will pass, and the entire program will be transformed with homosexuality throughout the entire thing.
Why shouldn't conservatives leave right now?
Oh, goodness. Look, the Boy Scouts of America are one of the jewels of American culture. It's responsible for turning millions and millions of boys into responsible husbands, fathers, and citizens. And so this is one of the rare beautiful things about the American experience that we need to just fight. We owe it to 103 years and millions of boys that have gone before us to try to fight this battle and make sure that the scouting program is not destroyed. Because I'll tell you something, if this happens, it will destroy it. I mean, you'll see a mass exodus. You'll see literally hundreds of thousands of parents, scouts, churches, they will pull out of the program. They cannot in good faith be a part of fostering open homosexuality amongst the boys in the program. It is absolutely insane.
I don't see why they don't. I mean, that's a political reality that they don't seem to grasp. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, it seems to me that LDS chapters will withdraw. And I assume many Catholic chapters will withdraw. I'm sure Southern Baptist chapters will withdraw. Somebody has to be counting this up and saying, this is going to cost us a lot.
Well, here's what's happened. This this idea has been hijacked by a very small handful of renegade scouters at the very top, along with the incoming chairman of the board, who's the president of AT&T and CEO and has all these pro-gay policies in his company and wants to bring them into scouting now. So this does not represent in any way the rank-and-file views of scouts at all. And so, if people within the program rise up and say, we will not accept this, that is the best thing that they can do to show the delegates that they should vote no on this resolution. The 1,453 delegates who have been chosen around the country, we don't know who they are, so we have to just say this openly and just hope that they're listening, and really just communicate with them and say, please, vote this down. This will destroy scouting as we know it.
Now, who gets the vote on this?
Well, if you're familiar with the scouting structure, there's the key three, which is the executive, the commissioner, which is the highest volunteer, and then there's the president. And the president's like a figurehead, usually from the community, high-profile businessman or something like that. So the president and the commissioner gets to vote. The paid executive does not vote. So in 289 councils, those two people will vote. That's about 600 votes. And then for every council, for every 5,000 boys, you get one delegate. So there's 2.6 million scouts in the young people in the program. So that's approximately another 600. And then there's like the national board and some other key youth leaders and that kind of thing. But it's about 1,453 votes in total.
Okay.
So we know who 600 of them are, but we don't know who the rest are.
Okay. Are you confident that you've got the votes?
No, I'm not confident because I don't know who they are. We can't count the votes. And this is why we need everyone to go to our website at onmyhonor.net and send an email to those 600 that we do know and really participate. Post your picture up there in your uniform if you're involved with scouting, and do everything you can to help us. We feel like this is a critical a cultural institution that is so valuable to America. And goodness, we need scouting more than ever now. And if they go the way of the Girl Scouts, where they're promoting Planned Parenthood, now the Girl Scouts do, and open open lesbianism and explore your body programs, it will absolutely destroy the moral consistency and the legitimacy of scouting and what it is.
What has been the experience? I know the Girl Scout history is different than Boy Scout history, but I'm curious, when the Girl Scouts began moving in the direction of accepting lesbianism and being supportive of Planned Parenthood, what was the reaction from the rank and file?
Well, it was a lot of people are not even aware of it. That's the first thing. You see the little cute girl in the uniform selling cookies, and you buy them, but you don't know that they're actually promoting Planned Parenthood, reproductive freedom, and all this nonsense within the Girl Scouts. And that's exactly why the Boy Scouts have left the Girl Scouts, and their official chartering partner is the American Heritage Girls. Yeah. Now, the Boy Scouts are going the same. They're having the test of moral relativism here. That is the issue. And whether or not they will pass will really remain to be seen. But your listeners can have a real impact if they go to onmyhonor.net and send a message to those that will be voting. Yeah,
this is an opportunity to really make a difference, too, because everybody who communicates on this is going to have a disproportionate impact, positive impact, on this vote. Because you've got 600 people that you're trying to influence, and again, the others who you don't know. But so a vote, a letter, an email to any of these people, all these people, will have significant impact. They have to hear from you. So it's onmyhonor.net. That's onmyhonor.net. Give us some language, if you would, John. What should they say?
Well, number one, I think that this policy disrespects the faith beliefs of the 75% of scouting units who are chartered by, first, the Latter-day Saints, second, the Methodists, third, the Catholics, and fourth, the Baptists. That's 75% of all scouting units. And so it forces every unit to foster open homosexuality. And plus, here's the real sad part about this, and here's where the scandal comes in. And I said this even before I thought they were going to have it. I wasn't concerned about the adults, because they have a very strict two-deep leadership policy where no adult can be alone with any scout at any one time. What you're going to see now is a wave of boy-on-boy sexual contact, where older boys who are exploring their quote-unquote sexuality, and if scouting says we're open for business for openly gay boys, you can be sure it's going to have an influx of openly gay boys that will have issues. And how are you going to monitor that? I mean, what is a parent going to do if they have to worry about their son in overnight camping and living arrangements in close quarters, knowing that it's openly gay, 15, 16, 17-year-old boys around? It just makes it completely unworkable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. It's you wouldn't expect that to have a mixed setting where boys and girls were spending the weekends together, where with the attractions between the two sexes. So when you have a mixed group of homosexuals and heterosexuals, you have to understand that there's going to be homosexuals are going to be attracted to some of the heterosexuals that are there, and you're going to have yourself kids experimenting, testing boundaries. There's a lot of social pressure right now. There's a certain gay chic that's out there. I think it's going to be it's going to be a very messy situation. But I have to say, though, I'm stunned that this is being pushed in light of the 75% of the chapters that are with the LDS, Methodist, Baptist, and Catholics. I just don't see how they imagine that this is going to fly.
Sure. And not only that, Al, but the other thing is that less than a year ago, I mean, they did a 2-year study from 2010 to 2012, a comprehensive study. And based upon that comprehensive study, the unanimous conclusion of all those on the committee said that scouting, this is the absolute best policy for the Boy Scouts. And then literally within 6 months, because of the cultural bullies starting to scream at them, they go to change the policy. And now, what does it say to young people? That we're trying to teach how to be brave, and we as adults can't stand up to the peer pressure of the cultural bullies in Hollywood and Madonna and all that? I mean, what kind of message are we sending? Oh, when your values become unpopular from the culture, you change them? That's basically what we're saying.
Yeah, I know. It's very unbecoming, and I think it undermines confidence in the whole scouting experience. It troubles me that this is being perpetrated by adults who should know better and who should have respect for the historic institution that helped create them as men. And if they want to create another organization, they can create another organization, right?
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. It seems to me maybe I don't know. It just seems that there's a utopian notion among some of these leaders that you can create your own reality. And that's what I don't get. They have to know that this is going to create, no matter how this vote goes, there's going to be conflict. But the greatest conflict is going to come from the 75%.
Yep.
All right. How do people get a hold of you again and stay involved?
Website onmyhonor.net. That's onmyhonor.net. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well. Thank you very much, Al.
Yeah, John, take it easy. Stay in touch. We want to do what we can.
Will do.
John Stemberger is Eagle Scout, founder of onmyhonor.net. This is, yes, if you're frustrated, I understand. But this is something that can actually be handled pretty easily with some email. So get on over to onmyhonor.net. Take a look. See what you can do. You can change things.